Yo, 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 Nasty Knox here, Nasty Knox 89 here, and here once again to give a review to Absol Long Term, or I should say DJ Ill Will and DJ Dave presents Absol Long Term the Mixtape. I call it Long Term the Mixtape because just with the DJ title in it, and at some parts it really does sound like a mixtape instead of an album. Uh, This is one of the two other long-term CDs, the trilogy, if you will, long-term, and then long-term 2, and then long-term mentality, which I really think things start kicking off at long-term 2, but that's not about long-term 2. This is about long-term, the mixtape, and I'm doing another Absol review because. Well, I got over 50 views for my control system, one of the videos, and not so many comments, but got views, and probably not a lot to even be proud of. But I mean, for me, it was good since I mean I have my introspections to life playlist that no one will listen to. I don't get any views on those, so those are still there. But I mean, you know, people like my reviews, I guess, instead of my music. So take it for what it is. So let me dive right into this. The mixtape starts off with the introduction track one, which basically is what it is, an introduction. Kind of explains who Absol, not so much what defines him, but he has the strong metaphors in there, not so much political, but the metaphors that foreshadow his metaphors today. And it's laid back. It really rides you into the mixtape. You turn it on, you feel the vibe, you kind of have a feeling what it's going to be. Um, I think he kind of tries a lot of different things on this mixtape. But he definitely grabs the audience with the laid back intro, which is very important. Uh, it dives into the second track, lyrically speaking, and this track is definitely sounds like a mixtape with the DJ yelling and not so much yelling, but the DJ shouting. Absol's two verses, and then the DJ mixing and shouting out in the choruses. Give that mixtape vibe, which doesn't really I don't really like too much of that. But Absol's verses kind of impact the listener, where the chorus is there with the DJ shouting. To make people say while the DJ shouting all that stuff, like, wow, he's spitting something nice, he's going somewhere with this. So that's what I look at this track like. And definitely he's speaking volumes in his verses, no doubt about it. And that's why those choruses are there. I mean, that's how I see it. um, and the next track, regular Nigga. This is when the mixtape starts sounding like an album. Um, that's featuring Big Pooh. Um, he goes off the catchy chorus, and you know his powerful verses. That's kind of like turn up ish. I hate to use a generic line, but turn up ish type of verses. And then Big Pooh, the second verse, kind of mellows the whole track out, which gives you both best of both worlds, kind of like how the intro was. So it's still there. He's still keeping that vibe from how the intro was, but it's more up to beat, and it it can be looked at as a party track. So it puts it into perspective to the listener and what they um, how they perceive it. Um, Next track is A Day in the Life. Now, Uh, to me, this is a classic hip hop song. Um, Absol doesn't do too much in-depth storytelling as far as an actual story. For example, Biggie Smalls got a story to tell. A Day in the Life is kind of like that, but just how how he needs gas for his car, and Kendrick Lamar is listening to him, and Absol's kind of just explaining to him how he got from point A to point B with his car being somewhat full to empty, and the in between working and blazing, like studio, female, and then how he got back to Kendrick and why he needs the gas can. So definitely great storytelling, definitely essential hip hop here. And I would recommend it to any old school listener of hip hop. They want to hear what Absol's about. They might not like the beat. It's um, actually the beat is there, but it's not that old school storytelling type of hip hop beat. But it's still essential, and I recommend it definitely. Next track we got here is 100 Yard Dash. Now this is a classic street track, one after another right now, with regular NIGGA kind of bringing it to an album like format. 100 Yard 100 Yard Dash is definitely his his street track, rushing people, taking their money, taking what they got. But it's more like the metaphor where he's taking them for what they have, like artists, like the hungry artist who's gonna take everything from the other person who's trying to take from them, trying to get their fame before they do. And that's how I kind of see this track. The robbery maybe is robbing hip hop artists subliminally. I mean, I don't know, but it's definitely a hard hitting track. The chorus is definitely is right there. It bumps too, so definitely recommended. Next track 6 is Blowing Them Horns, and this is another good track by Absol. It starts to tone down the album a little bit. Kind of a laid back track, smoke one, uh, just a relaxation type of track, and it's just a feel. It kind of like how the intro was. It's just a feel good track, and kind of something to ride out to, no doubt, no doubt. Next track is Gutter featuring J Rock, and to me, this track sounds. This is where it sounds a little bit too mixtape-ish. It goes back to that mixtape-ish sound what I think is a mixtape sound. DJ yelling and all that kind of. The beat is kind of blandish to me. Uh, I don't know. Maybe later on in the CD, they could have put this, not in the beginning. But I mean, J Rock's nice. I can't hate on J Rock. I like J Rock. Um, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe later on it would have been better. I feel like the CD was going on a certain had the mixtape sound to begin with, and then it was going into like a certain sound he was going for. And then this track kind of it has that sound, but I don't know. It kind of makes me. It feels blandish at the same time. Um, Next track is I'm a G featuring Classes Malone and Schoolboy Q. Um, Kind of like the last track, this is a little too commercial. Not so much Absol, but Glasses Malone. The chorus, the beat sounds just. I mean, it just sounds generic. Um, yeah, I don't think it's just not a good song. Just not a good one. Even Schoolboy Q couldn't help Absol on this one. Um, Track 9 is Run the Show. Now this track kind of brings the the album sound back. Um, a song like Blowing Them Horns, the laid back track. This is kind of the same thing. Definitely brings it back after the listen hiccups right there with the last two tracks. It kind of, in my opinion, of course, this is my review. Um, it's definitely a song worth listening to. Also at the same time, not just laid back. Um, Next track is "Watch Yo Lady" featuring Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar appears on track 10, and Kendrick Lamar and Absol always do beautiful music together, and it's definitely a special track. You know, it reminds me of the chorus reminds me of like a maybe a No Limit chorus, but not a bad one, and the fast rapping between Absol and Kendrick Lamar. It actually shows Absol's uh, rhyming fast for the first time, and it's on track 10. Kendrick Lamar, we all know he can rhyme fast, and they go back and forth, and it's the album consistency that I was talking about that it's on that track again. So definitely an amazing track. Kendrick and Absol do not disappoint at all.